What? We're out of gas!
I can't handle this. This is Countdown Vampires for the PlayStation 1. God save us all. Welcome to the Survival Horror Corner. Place where we're going to talk about, yep, you guessed it, Spookman video games. Now, I'm sure everyone's tired of some fucking guy reviewing, like, games with a gimmick, but bear with me on this one. Hence the name. My main focus is survival horror, but if there's something else I want to talk about, goddamn it, I'm gonna. So, with this, like, weird introduction out of the way, just kind of get everything, standardized, let's get going. Countdown Vampires was released August 21st of 2000 in North America. It was developed by K2 LLC and published by Bandai. To be honest, I really don't remember much about this when I played it as a kid. I remember there was a weird slot machines and a blood type choice thing. That, and it's a lot like Resident Evil 2. Now let me start off by saying, there's a lot of problems with this fucking game. But there are some good things mixed in. For example, there's like an in-game reload, and there's an in-game weapon switching, which is a really nice touch. Now fortunately, the game does have a quick turn, something that Resident Evil 1 and 2 seriously lacked, but the controls themselves just seem off. And no, I'm not talking about being tank controls. Like, I don't understand how people can't get past games with tank controls. They're easy to get the hang of. And sure, I'll admit, they're not the most graceful controls. But Jesus Christ, up always makes you go fucking forward. Anyway, the controls themselves just don't feel right. And you get caught on shit so easily. This neat little idea of not killing the vampires, but tranquilizing them and putting white water on them, which apparently...
This white water turns them back to normal.
On the topic of enemies, they're one of the worst parts of the game. The overall design is awful. Mantis monsters, werewolves, purple aliens, frog things, hybrid zombie, vampire, and Firebrand's cousin. They all look so dumb and don't fit. Like werewolves and vampires, sure, that it makes sense together, but fucking purple bubble blowing tentacle monsters? What? What? Like, look at this! The vampires move so ridiculously! They're fucking silly looking! And the sounds they make. Holy fuck, I can't believe someone seriously thought this was acceptable. Like, that's not scary, that's comical. You get caught up on enemies so often, which leads to being gang raped and stun locked. It's fucking obnoxious. Like, fucking, if you're even in the general vicinity of them, you're gonna get stuck and just beat the shit. The amount of times I die due to being stun locked is fucking frustrating. So how about that voice acting? Jesus, the voice acting in this game is seriously so bad.
I'm so... help me.
It's okay. I'm a police officer. Snyder. Keith J. Snyder. Misato! Misato! I've been looking for you. What's the matter? Listen, you!
Well, it's time to seal him in, isn't it?
You again.
Get in the trunk of the car.
And people give Resident Evil 1 shit for the bad voice acting. At the very least, that shit is funny. Like, you got Barry saying weird things like, Chris is our old partner, you know. But here, it's just tragic. Here's an interesting little fact. The voice actor that played Keith is the same guy that played Barry Burton from Resident Evil 1. I find it so strange how dramatically different he sounds here.
Has the girl changed at all yet?
What do you mean? Why are you asking about her?
Tonight, if Gills isn't sealed
Seriously,
back
it sounds like they
in
did
his
something to his
pocket
voice,
before
like shifted the pitch or
he'll come
speed or
back to
something.
life.
It just sounds really strange.
So what's Misato got to do with this? Hey!
Speaking of Keith, he's just so weird. Like, we have this hunk of a man with these big old tits and washboard abs with this really sissy voice.
Hurry up and go inside! Now!
Huh?
And you can
What?
tell they really
We're
tried hard
out
to make him
of
seem
gas.
cool. But then there's shit like that that's actually, like, really cool, but his voice just breaks the whole facade. Moving on to the visual department, the graphics are pretty good, actually. Pretty similar to most other survival horror games at the time, using pre-rendered backgrounds and 3D models. The pre-rendered backgrounds are okay. Some of them are kind of bland, but they get the job done. On the other hand, I actually like the amount of locales this game has, even if they don't look the best. I mean, there's the casino, wood cabin, laboratory, a dam, a museum, just loads of areas. I genuinely enjoy the plethora of settings there are. Sure, they have no connection, but it helps break up the monotony. Despite the amount of settings there are, the atmosphere is just non-existent. There is not a scary moment in this game. And in survival horror, I'd say atmosphere and story are the two most important elements, and this game falls flat on both ends. The boss fights are really fucking easy. There's only 3 of them, and 2 of them are the exact same thing. You shoot some ladies. And the other one's just a big bug. And there's this whole build to these super monsters towards the end that are just, they're not real. Like, I don't think they can hurt you. It just looks like they're sucking your dick. Like, they're not real entities. They're so easily circumvented, and there was just all this buildup behind it. It doesn't make any sense. The inventory's pretty clunky. You can't combine items from your inventory into the box, so you have to take everything out of the box, put it in your inventory, combine it in your inventory, put it back in the box. It's such a fucking mess. Now the story... I really don't have much to say about the story. It more or less has something to do with, like, Gel's, like, his DNA being really tough, turning shit into monsters. Was something about Misato being part of it? I really don't remember. Like, I just played it too, that's the weird part, but I still, like, was so devoid of... I just wanted to get from start to finish. I didn't want to, like, Misato, let me, touch your goodies. The game does have an alternate scenario where more storyline stuff is revealed after beating the game, but like I said, the story is just overall forgettable. There's this whole email system that has like some more backstory, but so much just gets in the way of me even attempting to care. So yeah, this game is pretty shit, but I wouldn't say it's as bad as everyone else makes it out to be.
You should probably go to the shower and hit the showers.
I feel like I need a shower touching this fucking shit.
Yeah, tank controls.
This shit is terrible.
Like, it's a functioning game that you can play, so there's that. And like I said, there are some things I do like, but it's so diluted in just this shitstorm of being that it just doesn't balance out. And that's really all I have to say about this game, so check in next time when we check out this masterpiece.